If we are being what we call mistreated, shall we say, some circles, abused, maligned, quote-unquote enslaved, if we are up against a Goliath or a quote-unquote city hall, does that mean, also, if we are, quote, scapegoated, does that mean we have to just sit back and have others not realize that we know what's going on, if we do know what's going on? In other words, do we have to be perceived not only as under the thumb of somebody's control, but naive about it also? Well, it's possible these are two different things, if we can come to wrap our heads around this. And basically by this I mean, just because somebody has control over us, has us under their thumb, so to speak, doesn't mean we can't give little hints that we know what's going on, only we just don't have the power to act further upon it, rather than just the knowing stage. And yes, that we also hopefully have respect toward all human beings, no matter whether or not they have control over us in some way, shape, or fashion. First, to have respect, and secondly, I think if we can, to somehow communicate that we know something isn't quite up to snuff and we just don't have the power to do anything about it, at least at the present time. But in other words, little hints, shall we say, that we kind of know something isn't up to snuff here. We just don't have the weapon power to do anything about it. In other words, the phrase, "you can't fight City Hall," surely doesn't mean City Hall has to view, so to speak, that they have a dumb klutz on their hands here, an oaf, a naive person who is clueless, to be pushed around, so to speak. For you can be outgunned, but still, perhaps, if subtle in fashion, communicate that you're nobody's fool and you know who has the clout and who doesn't in some way, shape, or fashion, and yet you're not dumb, quote unquote, you're not stupid fool here material. This is kind of, I believe, what Columbo was up to when he was first perceived in the shows as a person in the raincoat, ruffled in appearance, a seeming oaf with the odd-looking, crumpled-up type car, and yet as time went on he would give little shots of truth, saying that, well, I can't do anything at the time perhaps, but observe, I am nobody's fool. And I think that gives anybody a lot more accordance of respect, regardless of their power level, who is pulling the strings in certain fashions. For the string puller, so to speak, I think has contempt otherwise for the person whose strings are being controlled, or pulled rather, if that person has no clue what in the world is going on. Some thoughts here.